The following video has been approved by the Jetty marketing team. The video has been rated Jetty. The following video may not be suitable for all viewers. Good morning and g'day, mate. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere with me, Jetty. Myself and Icarus, we're just going for a nice early morning run, just a quick jaunt along the side of the planet because we've been traveling. We'll show you in a second what it looked like. But yeah, there was a little bit of traveling. Actually, let's just pop it in right now. So, as you can see, there was a little bit of traveling. We were on the search for these things in the background. Gas giants. Gas giants, it turns out, are really, really important for deuterium. Because we need a lot of deuterium. So we've been traveling from our new home, Tasmanius. From Tasmanius to, I want to say, ooh... Yeah, we came this way. So into Slevin, then AJ Hammer, then Code Monk, and then out to Dave, all in search of stars that had deuterium. Deuterium is what mattered to us because we're trying to make deuterium fuel rods. A lot of deuterium fuel rods. Oh, and machete don't text. So yeah, we went Slevin, AJ Hammer, Code Monk, and then machete don't text all the way out here. And now we're out at Dave. That is 47 light years away from home. It's a short trip. It's a short trip home. Because yeah, we needed deuterium. A lot of deuterium. In fact, if we bring up the lovely production stats mod, which has been updated, it's called remembering what mod's called. Always fail at. Hang on, we'll get to that. It's called Better Stats. So, if we search for everything, entire star cluster, and then we scroll down to deuterium, Better Stats had an update, so now it actually includes orbital collectors in its maths. It can see that we're making a theoretical max of 351 deuterium, 351.6 deuterium per second, which is 21,000 per minute. There's a catch. It's a small catch, but it's a pretty severe catch, and that comes back to our plans for this episode. Our plans for this episode, and this is why I have this screen here, is to finish deuterium fuel rods. Now, deuterium fuel rods right here require 600 deuterium per second. So, yeah, that's a significant amount. It's 20 belts, 20 solid belts of deuterium. It is, according to this particular calculator, which is wrong because my orbital collectors have had a significant number of upgrades, but it is 3,529 and a half orbital collectors are all on gas giants. And don't forget, you only fit 40 per gas giant. We have done, if we go out to map view, we have done 1. Sorry, where are we? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 at least in this little jaunt. So I have done a number of them. I've obviously still got a number more to go. We need to plot the course home at the same time. So yeah, I have done a number of them. And funnily enough, the only reason I'm standing on this planet is because I actually ran out of them. So I need to land somewhere to call something. On the same by the same token, anytime I've had to land in a star, I have obviously set it up to mine. So this one's being mined for all the wonderful resources. It is a little bit insane. Like this small patch here at 29 stone veins is 28 million stone. Each one of these nodules has 1 million stone in it. In fact, this planet has 361 million stone. It's a hefty rock. Anyway, with all that said, I need to travel back to Tasmania, because yeah, we're hoping to get deuterium fuel rods done this episode, along with about half a dozen more projects, because we're still trying to make, very trying to make a 30 rockets per second. That's the goal. That's the grand goal. But yes, with us traveling home, and even at light speed, it's still going to take 2.5 minutes. I need to thank the sponsor of this video. The sponsor of this video is you guys and the like button. Yep, it's another sponsor from the like button. I know you guys don't like sponsor spots, but like, it's important. The like button is definitely sponsoring this one. He's just asked that you just scroll down a little bit and click. Just do me a favor. You know, it is a sponsorship. It helps the channel out. Why just click on the like button? You know, because we've already featured the patrons who have been sponsoring different stars as we've gone along. So, you know, this one has to be a like button. But with all that said, I'm going to skip forward 2 minutes in time so we can actually get home. Okay, we're home. Alright, so, as I said, we have to make deuterium fuel rods. That is the plan for today's episode. Well, the first plan of many. At the same time, all the space junk we had in orbit is now all over the surface of the planet. So, remember we were at the other planet, we had like 22, 23, 25 frames per second, and also, you know, had slightly higher UPS. Well, it turns out, oh, well, there we go. That took us from 8 gigajoules up to 10 gigajoules, but I just flew all the way here and didn't run out of fuel, and we went halfway across the world. I don't think we need any more of that research. We're going to do... That's cheaper. Okay. Yeah, so we've flown all the way here. As I said, it took 2.5 minutes. That was ETA. If you're running at 60 UPS, I'm not, so it took like 4 minutes. Anyway, everything that was in orbit's no longer in orbit. It's all fallen out of orbit. So I'm going to click this button. We're going to see if anything happens. So the good news is a lot of space junk on the ground really doesn't affect the game. At least doesn't affect my game at this point. Alright, we needed to make deuterium. Deuterium fuel rods. So we have the supermagnetic ring. Actually, let's bring up the recipe. We have the supermagnetic rings. We're going to have to import the deuterium. And we also have titanium alloy is made on our forged in fire planet. Yes, so it should just be a case of find a bit of blank area and pop down a build. Okay, so I have a little bit of room at the top. I have this bit of room here. That's actually dead. That doesn't exist. Alright, I think we're going to scrap this and we're just going to accept that as a loss. Yeah, somebody's going to yell at me in the comments. Yeah, I'd like to remove that with all 10,000 of those, and the same. Yeah, don't care. Cool. Delete. Actually, if I hold Shift delete, it just deletes. Control Shift delete. Okay, just. There's a whole bunch of assemblers and belts in this stuff. Nope. That tells me everything I need. There's not enough in there for me to worry about it. Okay. Delete that and delete that. Alright, so we need to have one of them about, you know, anywhere. And we'll just have a quick look at the calculator. So I needed 2 full belts. Let's put that back on. So I needed 2 full belts of deuterium, okay? And we already know 12 of them in a row will annihilate a single belt of deuterium. So if I need to build 30 of them, I need to have 120 assemblers long, and 10 belts of deuterium. Okay, so that's told us everything we need to know. We're not building this high up the planet. We're going to be building further down the planet. As in, first gap I have of a large bunch of area. Okay, it's going to be beside that build, whatever that build is. At the same time, can I just bury you real quick? Please. Thank you. E2. E4. Okay. So, we need to build one of them. And think this through. Alright, we need to have one of you guys. You're going to do deuterium fuel rods, which is going to have a local import, so that's infinite amounts of belt. That's technically a offshore import, which will count against one of my 4 belts that I can actually output out of this tower. But I'm pretty sure I can still get 4 belts of deuterium. Hopefully. Yes, because there'll be local supply as well. Alright, so we're going to do a belt of return to start with. And then we're going to have material number 1 out. Material number 2 out, which will be the really hard to get parts. The thingy jiggy bobs that I just deleted. Nope, not plastic. The other one. And then deuterium. You're going to be belt number 2. You're going to go away. Number 3. Okay, we're probably going to straighten everything up. Put that there. Put that there. We'll put that there. Oh, no, you're a... Oh. You need to be a return belt. Bring our products back. Okay. So you're going to be a input, output, input, and then we can do... 12 assemblers, and then we need to get a new belt's worth. Okay? So that's the plan. We come to here. We do 1 there, 1 there. Plus I need 10 more. 10. And then I chop that belt. We get another belt of deuterium. Plug that in there. I now suddenly don't want that sorter there. I'd really like to sorter in the middle. And it didn't hurt. Okay, these belts not long enough. You're going that way a lot. You're going that way a lot. The return belt's going this way a lot. And that belt's also going... I don't know if I want to have 120 of these in a row. Well, actually, we'd only support 12, 24, 48. We'd only support 48 of one logistic tower. Okay, let's turn on the lights. Yeah, that way everything's overexposed. Yep. Not happy medium. bring that out to there. I'm going to grab the next belt of deuterium. Now I already wish I'd pushed this up higher. Up there, to there, to there, to, I don't know, about there somewhere. 12. That'd be 12. We lob that off. We plug that in there instead. And again, grab that. And 12. 12. Okay, so that's 4 belts worth, and we need 10 belts worth. Okay, let's try something. Let's just try something really quickly. I'm going to come to this end. I'm going to blueprint from there to there. And... I could see the other end. I'll see both ends at the same time, but that could be a viable answer. All right, I needed to. What did I need for that blueprint? I needed. Okay, I only need a belt. All right, I think we're gonna have to go and fly, and. What we want to do is we want to blueprint from this end back. So I can stand at this end and I can see what the hell I'm doing. Rotate twice. And if it's not complaining, I can probably just plop it down. Sure. It even looks like it'll work. It's somewhat scary and odd and handy. And if it was one tile further away, we could put in substations. Good news is it's just as quick to delete something as it is to build something. Alright, we're going to put in a substation between these things so we make sure that we can definitely have enough room, like so. Blueprint, flip twice, sort of line it up roughly. Really don't want to delete it a second time. There. Another substation here. There. There. I have a feeling you need to be a little bit further. I don't know. And definitely one here at the end. Alright, we're gonna call that done. So that's easy step number 1. Alright, that is 0.8 of a belt plus 0.8 of a belt. I need 2 belts, so I think I need 3 more of these belts. But we've got a design concept done, okay? So we're going to leave this, push this to one side. I'll do that off camera. Next thing I want to talk about is deuterium itself. Deuterium itself, I'm just going to make from miniature particle colliders. In theory, we have enough, but there's a possibility we don't. And the reason I'm going to do miniature particle colliders, 1 is I'm lazy. 2, I'm lazy. 3, I'm lazy. And 4 is to make our spaceships, we actually have to make graphene from fire ice for some part of the process. Quantum chips, plane filters, Casimir crystals. Casimir crystals need graphene, which means we're going to have a source of hydrogen I need to get rid of. In fact, If we need 240 graphene, I'm going to have 120 wasted hydrogen that I'm going to have to get rid of, which we're going to convert straight into deuterium. So if I have 330-ish out in the galaxy plus 120, that means about 550-ish of the 600, providing all the maths works correctly. So we should be good there. So next on our list is going to be next on the list is this recipe is complicated. Okay, we've already removed one item. That item's gone, but I still have the Dyson Sphere component, which, just for the important one for right now, requires processors. I also need quantum chips, which also require processors and a bunch of other things. So what I'm actually going to do is, if you look at the flowchart, I'm going to do this part, okay, which requires 600 circuit boards, 600 microcrystalline components, for 120 processors plus 180 processors. That's our plan. So if we split that up into its simplest components, one belt of circuit boards of the... How many belts do we need? 20 belts requires 1 iron and half a copper. We have a particular build right here that uses half a copper and 1 of another item. So it should be, and this is why I said hopefully this was going to be quicker. I can copy that, and I don't even have to be neat with my copying. It's fine if we have a little bit of excess. And come out here. Helps if I had sorters on me. Paste. I don't need that. I don't need that. Turns out I need a little bit of belt there. You guys are all from the assembly above. Okay, and if we have a quick look at this again, I need 10 of them to max out my belt of iron. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's convenient. And you're going to have a belt of copper with... let's go storage. Let's go storage. I'm going to have you be iron, and you'll input green circuits. So it should be a case of change this recipe to green circuits. Change your output to be iron rather than magnets. Your output to be iron. Where's the other outputs? Right beside it. Another iron with an iron around the back. That failed. Alright, and then copy, paste, 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 paste. You get the picture. You get the picture. It should be as quick and easy as this, and that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4 belts. I need 20 belts. 20 belts. So I just need to find somewhere to put this build 5 times. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're dusted. Nice and simple. Nice and easy. All right. Back to our list of grand things I need. I need microcrystalline components to make processors. Each microcrystalline component conveniently requires 1 belt of one material, half a belt of another material, and 20 assemblers. This was 10 assemblers. So... belt this time, and... just belt? Yeah, just belt. But I'm going to need sorters eventually too. We'll grab that. And we'll grab that and put down a blueprint. You know, roughly in the same spot. And as it, this is microcrystalline components, which requires 20 assemblers. We already know this build is 10 long, so rather than being copper and iron, it's now copper and high purity silicon. And rather than being this recipe, it's now going to be this recipe. So copy, paste, 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 paste. Paste, paste, paste. Now one thing I'm really curious on is if I'm very delicate with my copying of blueprint. Move that. Move that. Oh. Did I... Okay. Looks like it's actually going to join up. Oh, it is! Okay, so it's 20 of those. Done. I've just got to copy it down and change over the recipes, but that's that build done. Okay? Which leads us to our next build, which is... this one's a little bit different. Okay? It's 2 items in and 2 items in and 1 item out. You know, I'm going to make engines last episode up here. Which engines... not quite 2 items in, 2 items in, and 1 item out. It's 2... oh, hang on. 2 items in, 1 item in, plus another item in. Okay, 2 items with 1 item out. Which also means that if I come here and I go blueprint, start here, and I just, you know, carefully, reasonably carefully, drag this all the way along here. To... I pop this build, lack of item. I need 1,000 belt. I need 1,000 belt. Again. Click to build. Now, I already know I'm going to need another 1,000 belt. Probably just all the belt. How many assemblers do I have? I should be good on assemblers. Okay, because I already looked it up and this build is actually 40 long. This requires a build of 60 long. So I actually need to go to the end of this build and change all the recipes, which I will do eventually after it finishes building. Because although my bots are fast, they're not fast enough. They do need to build this end. I need to blueprint it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I want to copy from there to my right, and then paste on the end, and that should give us a build that's 60 long. What's a good way to put down a marker? That's a good way to put down a marker. Alright, come on bots, I need this bit done. This end. Come do this end. And like, yeah, I know I'm going to have problems with power and all sorts of things, and, you know, even then I need multiple of each of these builds, but the plan is simple. Like, just get... yeah, cancel. I want to copy from this end so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Go to there, and then I should be able to just paste that there. Lack of item collides with things. Okay. Can I make you go away? Cool. And then what are we colliding with? I don't have substations. Really? Port on substations? Nope. Nope. I mean, substations is in this side. Which then means blueprints. There? Yes. That goes that way. That goes that way. That way. That goes that way. Oh, it's already filled. Oh well. I forgot to clear the recipes. Clear. Well, actually, no, you did need... No, you don't need iron. Clear. 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 It literally exploded out of my face. Alright, I wanted that. And I wanted that. And that can also just go on the ground. Yeah, just drop it everywhere. Okay. So apart from me actually hooking up the belts... and setting the filters at the other end. But this is basically the build, okay? This is basically the build. It's obviously not going to say engines. It's going to be saying processes done and dusted. It's going to take me a while to get all these in place. But this is the concept. This is the idea. And in top of that, I needed how many belts worth? I need 10 belts worth. This particular build does 2 belts worth. So yeah, there's going to be some work and some placement and some probably waiting for supplies to arrive. Okay, so with all that said, I'm going to put in a giant cut here, and I'm going to just get that out of your way for a second. I'm going to build, just for clarification, these guys. I have 8 belts worth. I needed Ethereum. Okay. I needed deuterium is 20 belts worth. So 8 plus another 8 is 16 plus another build. Yeah, so I need to put down another 3 of these builds. Okay, and then green circuits. I'm gonna need to do. This is 4 belts worth. I need to put down 5 of these builds, which is that's reasonably small. The microcrystalline components, which is twice the size, I need another 20 belts worth, which is another 5 of these builds. And then the processors, which is just 2 belts worth. And my limitation is actually I can't get more stuff out of these towers. I'd really like to. I might work on this. Crystalline components. What goes in a processor again? It is just those 2 items. You'll do 4 belts. I'm only going to use 2. I might re-engineer this to see if I can get this placed on one side and this placed on the other side, and then feed the 4 belts in directly. I'll see. There will be some playing around to see whether I can get things to work. So yeah, I'm going to get all those done after the giantest cut in the world. And I'll see you guys in probably several hours. Yeah, we'll be back. So, welcome back. After I don't know how long, I don't want to know how long, but we have deuterium set up. 1, 2... Actually, no, I'm not flying around. You can see the frame rate and the overall speed of the game has got worse, and I actually think it's tied to the spheres, because not a lot on this planet's changed. Not a lot in the whole game has changed, except that sphere is more complete. So yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4... left 5, 6. Okay, I only needed 5 of them, but I built 6 anyway. And then over here, this one I'm actually pretty proud of. We have the green circuits, which I mentioned before, which have to be fed into the processors, which also need microcrystalline components, i.e. transistors. And I managed to have this, rather than input back into the tower, have it output directly into the processors and then bring the output processors directly in here. Which means these haven't been turned on yet. Remote. The Forged on Fire planet might like light on fire with these requests because they are like 10k a piece. Yeah, actually that should be changed as well. Change that. I got that one. Change that. And more clicks are not actually processing. Okay. So that's that end set up. Oh, scrolled too far. And then at this end, it is literally a case of the exact same. That one. Remote. Which is also going to bring ships from the other end coming here. Remote. Supply. It looks like maybe I'm out of copper. Gonna go with yes to being out of copper. Is there one more? There's one more. Local, remote, local, remote. Zoom out even further. Yeah, that's a lot of ships. That's a lot of ships coming from Forged on Fire. Coming from and going to. Oh, I didn't change any of the warp distances. I didn't change your charge rate either. Yes. Uh, 10%, 1. The other end. Resources started to come in, that's a good sign. Change that down, change that down. Change that down. That's the third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. And again, zoom out to map view, and now we should see hopefully more warping back and forth. Can we actually watch that planet? Let's view it from this angle. Okay, so the warp ones come out further and then warp across. Obviously, it's faster. I don't know if the cost is worth it, but yeah, okay. All right, yep. Yep, all right. Oh, that's a lot of copper just catching up. Okay, so with that done, we should have copper and silicon running down these belts, giving us microcrystalline components, and in theory, that should be a belt of each. Because we only needed 20 assemblers to give us a belt. I'm guessing they're just taking a moment to catch up. So that should give us 4 full belts down the inside, and in the next 2 belts, there we go, we should have green circuits flowing in the opposite direction. Beautiful. And then that should give us the output on the outside. Should be processors. There's some there and there, which should flow back up the build and into this tower at this end. Hopefully. If I've done everything correct. It looks short. Oh, is power dead? Oh, power's dead. Of course, power. That other important thing. Okay, processors started arriving. Excellent. Power at... The game is running at almost half speed. It's that bad. You're a belt full of nuclear fuel, right? Yes. Connect that belt to that belt. Grab one of these. Copy. I just need a few suns, just to keep everything running. Come on, bot. We need this sun as well. Oh, there we are. Okay. Alright. And power load 70%. Excellent. And some random belt left over. Alright. With that running, we should see... I wonder if it was 20 to a half a belt. Oh, you are 2 in, 1 out. Now I'm getting myself worried. It's 15 to half a belt. Oh, yay. Which used a whole belt of silicon. Okay, so I have some adjustments. Just minor ones that I might need to make. So this is, rather than being 4 full belts, it's 1 belt, 2 belts. Gotta double everything up. It's fine. Fine, and then weave in the extra belts somehow. Actually, it shouldn't be too hard. I could just put some ports here just to deliver it locally, or... Yeah, I'll work that one out. The other thing I'm going to do, and this one I'm going to completely do off camera, because it's like the easiest recipe ever, is I need to make carbon nanotubes. Oh, and before somebody asks in the comments, I can't turn on the deuterium fuel rods until I actually have the graphene build on planet. Because the graphene build is going to create hydrogen, and I need to convert that hydrogen to deuterium. So yeah, I need to make carbon nanotubes from spiniform stalagmite crystal things, which is this 2 items in over 4 seconds gives me 2 out, which is 1 item every 2 seconds for 1 item out, which, because they take 2 seconds, that means half an item per second. To get a belt of 30 full, I need 60 machines, which means first off I need more chem plants on me before we go any further. Yeah, I'll have all of those. Okay, so it means I come here, I press the Alt button to start the build, and then I have 700 sawdust. Yeah, that should be plenty. And then I go for a quick run. Bear with me, that's the rule. So that's like maybe an eighth of the way up around the planet to this point. Yeah, that's one of those prime meridians that go, all the way from the north to all the way to the south. We're still running. There's just a little bit more running to do. Just a tiny bit. We'll get there shortly. That's 40 in a row. Oh, really? They wrap around the planet? Okay, so we're going to have to stop at 40 plus the original one, so that's 41. Start a new line. That's the halfway line, well, the next quarter of the planet. Out to here. Yeah, that's another 19. That's the 40. And then I have to come to here and then run back the opposite direction to get back to where we started. Yeah, this is my chemical plant build for nanotubes. It's like a quarter of the way around the planet. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And what's worse is I need 24 belts of this stuff. This build here, when finished, will give me exactly 4 belts worth. So there's going to be a blueprint, and I'm just going to put one lane after another lane after another lane down the planet. I'll probably have to rotate them. Really? Does that not line up? Why do you look to be one tile further forward? This is the worst thing when you screw up something at the far end, and yeah, it's all one tile further forward, which means the first guy was off by a fraction of a bit of a tile. Awesome. Grab that guy again and just fly back to where we were. Problem is I can't land. Not with the Alt button. I gotta press the down button, and I always boo-boo and do the wrong button and then lose the whole damn blueprint. Have to go back and start again. One of those right there. Bye, bots. You guys have fun. But yes, this is where I'm going to leave this episode. As I said, I need 24 belts of this, which is 6 builds, so it's going to end up about here. It does span from here to there. It is a build that literally goes halfway around the planet. And I need, what did I say? 24 belts, 6 of them. That's a good chunk of the world used, along with this build. This build was, again, massive. And then I've just worked out this needs to be doubled. Yep. So I'm going to go double this and put down a whole lot of that, which we're going to do between episodes, which does mean, like, next episode, it should be a case of frame materials, which we have all the prerequisites for, Dyson Sphere component, which we have the prerequisites for, quantum chips, which require plane filters, which require titanium glass, which require cashmere crystals. Maybe I can get through that in one episode. Maybe it's going to be spread out over 2. I don't know. But this is definitely what I'm going to call this episode. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. I know this episode's been a little bit different from my normal, but there was a lot to do and I wanted to get a lot done. So with all that said, thank you guys again for watching. And I'll see you guys in the very next episode. Bye.